is NAVANIE, metric number 280294. I'll start the presentation with the introduction. System analysis is a method of comprehending and evaluating a company's environment to define and attain objectives in the most effective manner possible. The objective is to provide a system solution to a problem and make recommendations for improvements by the system analyst. System design is the process of defining the critical aspects of a system, such as modules, components, their various interfaces, and the data that flows through it. It can also refer to the process of developing a new system or upgrading an existing one. Then, to build a well-running system, it must take a methodical approach. System analysis and design is concerned with the planning and development of information system via a true understanding of the system's behavior and components. The system analysis and design are being applied in the project to work on the best system that leads to the best outcomes and management. The company that we have chosen is Chang Cafe, which is a cafe that is located in Bangan Serai, Perak, Malaysia. This cafe operates on every Monday to Saturday from 4 p.m. till 11 p.m. This cafe has been operating since 2019. Their vision is to serve better quality and tasty food that gives a big smile to their customers. Chang Cafe has been using Genius Post system ever since they started their business to record customers' orders, report sales every day, and invoice products that come out every day. They believe that using this system helped them to keep orders more organized, errors during orders are less, sales reports are easier to process and accurate, but they find it quite expensive.
Good day, Doctor. I'm Ang Ellen, number 280787. Now I will continue the presentation with a SWOT analysis of Sarabon Cafe. An effective way to determine a business is to perform a SWOT analysis. Their strengths are providing variety, high-quality food at an affordable and reasonable price, providing friendly service, and have a strategic location in Bangan Serai. Secondly, their weakness are limited budget, inappropriate method of payroll system, the challenge in hiring and retaining skilled employee, and their opportunity are more product innovation, potential to widening in small towns and other geography location, and developing connectivity with both customer and employee can be formed. Last, their trade are negative comment on the payroll system from employee and challenge in dealing with uncertain economic condition because of the pandemic of COVID-19. System planning process begin with a formal request to Sarabon Cafe. A system request can be also come from a top manager, a planning team, a department head, or IT system itself. As for Sarabon Cafe, the system requests are made by Mr. Amirul Hakim bin Muhammad Faizi, the chairman of Sarabon Cafe. As the number of workers grows, the cafe is facing many challenges due to the insufficient system used by the management, which leads to Sarabon Cafe. Mr. Amirul could detect the effectiveness of the worker is decreasing. An investigation was carried out on the above issue. Finding revealed that there is problem in the limited budget to hire a human resource. He need to manage employee scheduling, record updating, and billing all by himself. He must do payroll process manually. The errors such as calculating hour work in timesheet, number of working day, wages, verifying the payroll, preparing payslip, occur. The fact that so many employees are having to identify the payroll error, and increasing number of employees become actively disengaged in their workplace due to the late or incorrect payment. Sarabon struggle to retain employees because of the poor payroll. This will inevitably have an impact on the ability to attract new talent as part of recruitment process. Due to all these issues, Mr. Amirul and Board of Directors agreed to doing an improvement on their entity well-being. Thus, Mr. Amirul requests for a system changes or improvement to improve its operation which need immediate attention. It requests to have a system that can calculate salary automatically by using time card system. This is the fishbone of Sarabon Cafe. The problem shown in the fishbone diagram is unsystematic payroll system. There are 5 major causes which are management, financial, procedure, employee, and time. The management team face the challenge in hiring and retaining skilled employee and handling and admin work itself. They may make error in payroll payment process and limited budget hiring personnel. Their payroll system procedure has limited data entry step manually. For the employee, they find out they have full attend but obtain absent in the record and receive delay payment or error payment from the company. Last, they have poor time management and insufficient method in payroll system. Now I will pass the presentation to Chang.
A very good day to Dr. Raja Haslinda and my fellow classmates. My name is Chang with metric number 280732. Now I will explain about the project scope and constraint. Our project scope is to improve the current payroll system in Chang Cafe, which has been causing late and incorrect payroll payment for their employees. The project scope includes a list of sections called must do, should do, won't do, and constraint. In the must-do section, the new system must be able to record and store the employees' attendance and working hour data through the finger scanner machine. This information would then be used to calculate the employee's payroll and update the employee's record. In the should-do section, the system should ensure that the users can review the latest data whenever they need. The user should be able to review the latest payroll information in a proper sequence at any time using the new system. In the won't do section, the system won't record the same information more than once to ensure the accuracy during the calculation. As a result, employees and the management team can rely on the data from the system. The new system also faced some constraints, including the fluency implementation of the new system, cost restriction, stability assuredness, and ability to prevent fraud and data misrepresentation.
My name is MUSA and my metric number is 261 and 200. Now I will explain about the fact-finding process. So there are several techniques that we use in the fact-finding process, which is the questionnaire and research. But first, we have to analyze the organization chart. So based on the organization chart, we can understand the function and role of each person working in the Chang Cafe, so that later we can know who we should refer to ask the question and guide us about their business. Second is to conduct a survey. So our group has sent the questionnaire through a Google form. So the total Google form that we sent to them is 2. The first one is to gather the general information about the business, like the business background, the current system of technology they use, and the problem they face during this pandemic. So from the answer in the first Google form, we analyze and determine what business process we need to focus on, and then we build another Google form that focus only to the business process that we choose, which is the payroll system. Next is research. So for this project, the research include the internet and book that we refer to obtain more information. For example, we make research about how the payroll system is supposed to work, what important components should be included in the payroll system, and others. So we can conclude that based on the result gathered from both the questionnaire and research, shows that the current payroll system used by Chang Cafe need to be improvised to a better system that can bring more benefit for the business in the future.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NADIAH binti SAFRI. My magic number is 261284. Next is recommendation. Our team has already decided to design a new system for the organization based on our fact finding and analysis of the information that we gather. We decided to design a new system payroll for this company. This is because from our finding, this company calculate the employee's salary manually, and this will lead to a mistake in the future. So we want to design a system payroll that can calculate the salary automatically for the company, and we plan to complete this project within 3 months at a cost roughly around 80,000. Next is time estimated. For the time estimated, we use the Gantt chart and also per chart to see the flow of the activities. As we can see, it has 5 phases that need to be accomplished, which are the planning phase, system analysis phase, system design phase, system implementation phase, and system security and support. For the planning phase, we receive a system request from the company, and next is we need to identify the business problem that arise. After that, we will prepare the fishbone diagram, and we will analyze the problem and identify the suitable system for the company. Next is we will identify the project scope and constraint, and we will conduct the fact finding. After that, we analyze the cost, benefit, and schedule the data for the project. Then we will evaluate feasibility. We also need to prepare the budget for this project. Then we will prepare the preliminary report for this project, and we will come out with the result and recommendation for this project. For the system analysis phase, first we will identify the requirement modeling, and next we will do the data and process modeling, and we will determine the development strategy. After that, for the system design phase, we will design the database first, and next we will construct the software design. After that, we will design the system interface, and then we will design the specification for the system. For the system implementation phase, first we will collect the information for implementing the system at the company. Next, we will be testing the system. Then we will install it in the company. And next, we need to train the end user, and then we will evaluate the new system. For the system security and support, we will develop the system maintenance, and next we will develop the system security, and lastly we will evaluate the system security. And this is all the list of our activity during the development system. This Gantt chart will show the started date and also end date for each activity that we plan. So from this Gantt chart, we can see the overall visual of the schedule of the activities that need to be completed, and we can know when the certain activity we complete and how long did it takes to complete. So from here we will know when will the whole system will completed. Okay, next is per chart. Per chart is it will show the flow of the activities that we plan, and this is the per chart of the overall phase, which is the first phase is planning phase that will start from day 1 until day 36, and the duration for the planning phase is 36 days. Next is the system analysis phase. It will start from day 37 and will finish it until day 47, and the duration for this phase is 11 days. Next is the system design. It will start from 48 until 66 days, and the duration for the system design is 19 days. Then we will proceed to the system implementation phase, which is it will start from the day 67 until the day 80, and the duration for this phase is 14 days. And lastly is the system security and support, which is it will start from the day 81 until the day 88, and the duration for this phase is 8 days. So from this chart, we can see the detail about the duration of certain phase, and we will know when the project will be completed. And this project will be completed within 3 months, because the finish day for the last phase is 88 days.
Now I will be explaining on the data flow diagram for the payroll system. Firstly, the finger scanner machine will provide the working details for the employee's working hours recording process. In this process, attendance and working hours data will be stored in the employee's record, and the same information will be sent to the payroll process. In the payroll process, the clerk will prepare the payroll register showing the gross pay, deduction, overtime pay and net pay, and enter this information into the employee's record. The clerk also prepares payroll register to the account payable function. Lastly, the clerk will prepare the employee's paychecks and send the paychecks to the distribute paycheck function. In the paycheck distribution function, the paycheck master, who is independent of the payroll process, are appointed to distribute the paychecks to the employees in order to prevent any fraud. In the account payable function, the account payable clerk reviews the payroll register for correctness and prepares copies of cash disbursement voucher. The voucher packet, which include the voucher and the payroll register, is sent to the cash disbursement function. A copy of the cash disbursement voucher is sent to the update general ledger function. Upon the receipt of the voucher packet, the cash disbursement function will prepare a single check for the entire amount of the payroll and deposit it in the payroll interest account, where employees draw cash from this account using paycheck. The clerk sent a copy of the check along with the voucher packet to the account payable department where these documents will be filed. The clerk also updates the check amount and date in the check register file and prepare journal voucher that's sent to the update general ledger function. The general ledger function receives the disbursement voucher from the account payable function and the journal voucher from the cash disbursement function and updates the general ledger using the journal voucher details. The clerk then stores the approved journal voucher in the journal voucher file.
Next is project cost. This is the estimated cost for our project. The first table is for the cost during the development system, which has the cost of preparing a preliminary report of is 600. System development for 3 months is 17,000. System designer for 3 months is 18,000, and system analysis for 3 months is 18,000. Cost of task support for 3 months is 13,000, and software cost is 1,200. Hardware cost is 5,000, and training travel and training cost is 3,000. Maintenance cost is 1,500, and system review and evaluation cost is 500, and security cost is 600. And the last is consultation cost is 1,500. So the estimated cost for this project is 80,000. The next table is the cost after development system, which is the cost of maintenance and security support, and the cost for maintenance and security support is 1,500 for each year. Overall, this is the estimated cost for our project.
Proceed with the expected benefit. There are two categories of benefit, which are tangible benefit and intangible benefit. So the first tangible benefit that can be gained from this new system is to reduce the overtime cost and error for manual salary calculation by directors. So basically, the new system will help directors to reduce their working hours spent on calculating the salary for each employee manually, because this new system provide the auto calculation of salary, include their overtime hours and working days. They are being recorded automatically from the fingerprint system. Next is manage employee time attendance. So by using this system, the director can automatically know who skipped the job, who is coming to work late, and who work overtime, because the fingerprint system will record the entry and exit time more accurately, and workers can manipulate their working hours. So there will be no more problem like workers are not coming to work but his attendance is full. And then for intangible benefit, the first one is to improve the employee satisfaction. So by having this system, employee doesn't have to worry anymore about having paid incorrectly, as this system will automatically calculate their wages according to their working hours and they include their overtime. It also can help the business to keep the existing employee, and no more workers want to quit their job due to poor payroll system. Next is access employee data faster and more accurate. So by using this system, we can access all information about employees' attendance record and their salary only in one system. So it may help the director to access the employees' data faster and easier than before. And accurate and faster access to data can enable a management to do timely decision without any delay.
Thank you, Chang. Now I will continue the presentation with operational feasibility. Operational feasibility means that a proposed system will be used effectively after it has been developed. Based on our finding, we found that workers not very satisfied with the payroll system provided by Cerebrum, as they sometimes receive late or wrong amount. The system which has been decided by us to implement in this project is payroll system. Mr. Amirul found that there is a necessary change in the current payroll process. Mr. Amirul should also involve in system designing process. This is provide necessary information needed by the system analyst to ensure that the system design could help Mr. Amirul to solve his problem and meet Mr. Amirul's objective, which is payroll system process run smoothly. This payroll system will include an auto calculation of salaries based on the working hour of the employee, which will ease the work of the office manager to calculate the salary of the employee. Besides, Cerebrum Cafe will also improve the system by changing the time card machine to a finger scanner machine for the employee to check in and check out of the work without any hassle. Payroll information will directly be recorded in the database too. This means that Mr. Amirul and the management team can review the payroll information at any time with the new system, as all the data is recorded in sequence and properly in the database. As the data is stored directly in the system, this will reduce the tendency of Mr. Amirul during doing mistake in payroll transaction and pay wrong amount to workers. In addition, the amount of transaction could be handled by Mr. Amirul become greater. For instance, with the new system, he may handle about 10 workers in a day, as the payroll transaction will be recorded and listed properly in the database system. As the payroll transaction is being handled by system rather than people, the possibility of making mistake will be low. As a conclusion, the new payroll system is operational feasibility. Through the system developed, this system can help the business more effectively and systematically. That's all from me. I'll pass the presentation to NAVANIE. Thank you.
Technical feasibility. Before developing a new system, a technical feasibility analysis must be performed to identify the system's potential technical issues and problems based on its needs and objectives. It allows a business to determine if its technology resources and technical staffs are capable of transforming thoughts into functional systems. The proposed system hardware and software needs are evaluated as part of technical feasibility. As for the cafe, the owner wants the software platform to also be available on Android as well, because for now this system is only available on iOS only. In addition, they need a system that could auto-count salaries for their staffs according to their working hours using punch card system.
Next is economic feasibility. So economic feasibility determines if the proposed system can generate the financial gain for an organization. So for our project, there is some cost incurred to develop the new system, but it can be considered as worthwhile since the benefit that can be gained by Chang Cafe in the future is much greater than it. So after assessing both the tangible and intangible costs and benefit, we estimate that the benefit of the proposed system will exceed the total cost.
Next, I will proceed with the schedule feasibility. Schedule feasibility is known as the process that assessing the degree to which potential time frame and completion date for all the major activities within a project meet organizational deadline and constraint for the affecting change. To create and plan the schedule, we use the Gantt chart and PERT chart because it is a common project management tool, and by using both of these chart, we can easily understand the visual display of the schedule time of the activities.
In conclusion, we have learned a lot of new things during completing the Problem-Based Learning 1 PBL1. We learned the importance of up-to-date system in an organization or workplace. System in an organization is like a backbone for a human. It's the center point. Any information about a business will be recorded in a system and can be revised anytime. We discovered that Mr. Amirul needs an updated payroll system as the system he's been using is not efficient enough. This will help him and Chang Cafe a lot by saving the time and effort. Not only that, but this is also important for Chang Cafe as it reduces error and increases efficiency. We hope that Mr. Amirul is satisfied with our idea. Thank you.